What's going on, y'all? This is the One Nation Podcast 864. How y'all doing tonight, man? I got a message for a lot of people that's ashamed to, get something off their chest. You know what I mean? It's been a long road for me. This is one of the songs I played when I was going through my troubles as DMX, slipping and falling. There was a lot of pain in this song, even in the beat, man. You can hear the melody. I felt like that was my go-to. But once again, this is the One Nation Podcast 864, and I'm going to tell you my story on my mental. So we talk about mental health tonight, okay? So I'm going to let DMX stop for a minute. Okay. Now, first off, if y'all hear any kids in the background, I apologize. It's been a long day. We just got back in, and their mama may be whooping them or doing something. Now I'm playing, but mama may be getting on their behind tonight. But check this out. I'm not a savior. I'm not I'm gonna say the problem solver, but it's a lot of people that have come to me over the years with their problems, and I've been there for them to help them get through it. But the only problem with that is I've been hiding something for 11 years. Some of you may know a tip of it, but you don't know how deep it really got for me. I battle. First of all, let's start off why I battle with it, okay? And I ask God to give me the strength to get through this. So if I shed a tear, I'm sorry. It's just my feelings, my emotions, or whatever. And a lot of people can cope with things on their own, but a lot of people can't. And I'm one of those people that can't. I'm strong physically, but sometimes mentally I just can't. I can't tap into what I need to tap into. So we're gonna talk about how it all started. And once again, I ask God to give me the strength to do this. And by the way, I'm in my movie theater room. You see a popcorn machine and the snacks for the kids. Don't worry about it. Mental health. Big topic, right? Big subject. It's something that's becoming talked about a lot in the world today. And I tried to do this podcast actually started on Facebook every Thursday, Facebook Live. And I started talking about certain things. I was getting reported. I don't know what was up with that, but you know how people are in the world. But I've been hiding something for 11 years, man. I just want to let y'all know what it is and what it's about. So, bear with me. This may be a long segment, maybe a short segment, but bear with me. For all of y'all that don't know, I lost my mama December the 4th, 2011. And there's a lot of people out there that has lost a parent and everything. Maybe you can relate where I'm coming from, and maybe you can't. Because everybody's not the same. You know what I mean? But if anybody know me, anybody from my past, any friends that I still have to this day, y'all know that me and my mom was like, don't get me wrong, my father was there, but my mama was the G of the family, so to say. My mama taught me the game. My mama showed me a lot. And she was the one that I went to whenever I had any issue. Let me tell you about it. It was so crazy that if you walked in on a conversation, if you didn't know my mama, you walked in to see me and this lady talking, you wouldn't think that was my mama. But about a minute into the conversation, you would say, oh, that's his mom. He could talk to his mom about anything. Anything, you hear me? Any and everything, I went to her, but always with respect. But that was my best friend. So imagine seeing somebody every day of your life, all the way up to your 25, she done helped you with this problem. She done gave you the love you needed at times, got you out of some bad situations, provided for you, and then in return, you get old enough, you start doing for her but at the same time, you find out that she's battling breast cancer. And that's a touchy subject. I want y'all to pray for a family member of mine now. I'm not going to say her name, but she's going through the same thing, and I love her too. And I just want y'all to drop a prayer for her tonight. You know, just silent prayer for a family member of mine, okay? But my mama battled breast cancer, okay? I was 25 years old, and I lost her. Now, for some 25, some people had seen everything they needed to see. Me, I hadn't yet. I guess you could say she tried to keep me a little sheltered, but still let me be a man and do what I had to do. Now at 25, I had seen a lot of things. At 25, I thought I was prepared for a lot of things. But where I was weak at, she was strong at. Where she was weak at, I was strong at. So those things that I wasn't strong at, when I lost her, I was completely lost. Yes, I have trust issues. I know some of y'all saying, well, why you didn't go to your father? Or why you didn't go to this? Or why you didn't go to that? Y'all got to understand, once my mom left the family kind of broke off. It wasn't the same at all. I had trust issues. I had told some family members some deep things about me, and they went and told other people. So right then, if you know me like my mama know me, once you lose my trust, that's it. Okay? So, boom, December 4, 2011, I lost my mom. From that, I battled with a lot, and this is something a lot of people don't know. I battled with depression, anxiety, alcoholism, suicidal thoughts, and also, like we said, trust issues, right? And it hit me hard when I lost her because I didn't have nobody else I felt like I didn't have nobody else to talk to. And I was a single child growing up. I had a lot of cousins and everything, but I was a single child growing up. And you know, a lot of people don't understand as a single child. I don't know if y'all went through what I went through, those the single childs out there, single children out there. I met friends that became more like brothers to me. And I really looked at them like a brother because I didn't have that growing up, okay? So if I called you my brother or if I called you my sister, I meant that. I love you and I put everything I had into you. And I've done things for people. Excuse me. I've done things for people, and basically people would just turn it back on. Like I stated, when everybody had a problem, they came to me, but I lost trust in them a long time ago because nobody was there for me in my time of need. Okay. Now hold up. Yeah, I didn't tell everybody what was going on with me, but I feel like that same love that I give out, I should have got it back. So I held grudges. Okay? I did. I was young, held grudges, mad at the world, just lost my best friend. You know, that's how my life was. So what I would do, and I would wait the certain times of the night. What I would do, I would go to work. Like I say, anybody hear this? Y'all don't know nothing about this. I hid it very, very well. When I would get off to work, I would go to Oasis, liquor store here in Spartanburg. It got to a point where I was getting maybe 2 pints of this, 2 pints of that, whatever. I would go home. I stayed in apartments here in Spartanburg called Park Place. And I had a 2-bedroom. And once, everybody knows Sade. We was dating at the time. Now we're married or whatever. I would wait till she go to work, down both pints, get drunk, turn my music on, stare at the wall, and just cry. And end up going to sleep, passing out on the floor, throwing up or something like that. I did that because we moved from Park Place and moved to Magnolia Townhomes until we moved into the house we in today. I did that, I know, for at least 4 years. Wasn't every day, but every other day. So, question is, well, what did you do on the day you weren't drinking? On the day I wasn't drinking, I was dealing with anxiety. I was dealing with depression. I wrote a letter one time, and I immediately tore it up because I didn't want Sade and nobody to find it, but it was suicidal thoughts that crept in my mind. It was just a hard time for me. It was rough. Um, I would get in my car, no lie, on a work night. It didn't matter. Whatever, get in my car. But that's when gas prices was cheap. I would get in my car, literally put my seatbelt on, take the other seatbelt, buckle it up like I got a passenger there, and really looked at it like my mom was there. And I would say, hey, mama, where you want to go today? Where you want to go tonight? I would literally just ride places, man. And the whole time I would talk to her. Talk to her the whole time. Wasn't nobody there. But in my mind and in spirit, I know she was there. And that's how I spent a lot of my nights that people didn't know. When people couldn't get in contact with me, it was either one or two things. I was either on the alcohol or I was locked in a room fighting depression. And I know y'all probably wonder, how Sade didn't notice this while I waited for her to leave. If y'all know, Sade worked at Walmart and another little place called ACA, and they had all kind of crazy hours. I was waiting till she leave to do all of this. I did this up for 5 years. Now, I want to give a major shout out to Tyrone Dover, Toriana Watts, Jonathan Goldmeyer, Randolph Williams. Them four guys. So I'm going to tell y'all why. And y'all fellas, if you're watching this, you're going to find out now. When my mom passed, I made the transition from BMW to Spartanburg Steel. Shouts out to my cousin Tim Shelton for getting me the job, by the way. But what you guys didn't know was before I came to work early in that morning, because I was on third and went to second shift, I would be wasted, bro. Crazy out my mind. So now you ask me, why are you giving these guys a shout out? Because I want to let these boys know that they really saved me. Let me tell you how. I'm going to start with Tyrone Dover with his crazy self. Bro, I'm giving you your flowers while you're here. You didn't even notice. I love you, dude. I ain't kicked it with you in a minute. I ain't seen you in a minute, but you know I love you. You and them darn 49er fans, we talk junk every day. Every day. 49ers talked about my Patriots. Patriots talked about your 49ers. That's what we stayed into it with. Tyrone, when I talk to you, bro, and we joked and we go back and forth, we talk bad about each other's team, that was a breath of fresh air to me. I might see me getting glossy eyed because that was real. That's just one role Tyrone played. I'm going to go to my boy, Randolph Williams. Randolph, I love you too. I'm giving you your flowers while you here. What you didn't know, them conversations that we had all the time, where I was giving you game, you were giving me game, I needed it more than you. You didn't know that. Bro, day in and day out, you made a difference in my life. You just don't know. But I'm giving you your flowers now, okay? Jonathan Goldmeyer, Bread, you stayed across the street from me in Magnolia Town Hall. And you probably knew I used to drink a little bit, but not as much. But I'm going to tell you something what kept me on my toes that you provided. Boy, you was a nut. You crazy. You crack jokes all day. And I remember when rapper Trinidad James came out, bro, and we was talking about Trinidad. We had a good time, bro. You kept me in my right mind. I'm even shout out Warren Berry. A lot of y'all know who Warren Berry is. Them crazy talks we had, Warren. You kept me in a good place. But I'm not trying to put one person over the other, but it's one more brother I love dear to my heart, okay? And this is real. Toriana Watts. If you listening, listen to me, bro. Okay? Listen to me, T. Bro, you wasn't even from here. You from Myrtle Beach, dude. At the time I was lost. I had lost my faith. I had lost everything. I had asked God, why did he do this, do that? Toriano Watts, listen, man, you don't know. You invite me to redemption to get back into church was the biggest thing that ever helped me. It was. Bro, I was going through it and I hear it every day. Just with you talking to me about, God and how to put him first and how I got my I went to church, I went to redemption and it immediately hit me. Bro, I got my life back together through the church. And oh my God, when you put me on Eric Thomas, the motivational speaker, bro, it just took off. I love you dudes. Y'all did more for me in them little times than some of my family members and some of my so-called friends. Now, I want to give another shout out, and that's to my day ones, okay? I don't have to say no names, you know who you are, because I'm not going to get into this and then all of a sudden somebody see this and, oh, he didn't shout you out. I'm not going to do that. If you're a day one and you know you've been by my side, okay. But them guys right there kept me in my right mind when I was at the steel. Okay, so we fast forward a little bit. I started getting back into my ways. It was countless of times I just thought about harming myself. And I don't know how it came back because I was doing oh so well. But sometimes when you fight so hard to just stay at a certain mindset that it feels like you got no more to give. And that's why God put different people in your life again. At this time around, it wasn't nobody. It was my kids, my son. And I knew then that I had to be a better man and a better person, not just for him, but for the whole family. Now, to this day, I still battle with depression. Okay? It's not a secret. The alcohol, I have slowed down on. But let me say this. And I do want to say this. Everybody that came, I'm going to tell this story. I had a 30th birthday party. Okay? If you was at that birthday party, you know I got wasted. Throwing up. I had to have two of my partners take me to the bedroom, just lay me in the bed. To y'all, that was out the ordinary. To me, that was the norm. Yeah, that's a shock, ain't it? To me, that was a norm. Ask me how shot I didn't know again. Well, I went there, everybody leave, or late at night when everybody's sleeping, I get hammered. That was the norm to me. When Jalen was born, it woke me up. And I don't know if y'all remember, I went through a little sickness in 2017, 18. I can't remember. I really don't, because that was a blur to me. And for y'all don't know, I had a lymph node cut out my neck. And come to find out, I laid up in the hospital for about 10 days. And it wasn't nothing but come to find out, it was a pill I was taking. That was number one, making me depressed. And number two, I was allergic to it. And they didn't catch it. But when the doctor told me about my liver enzymes, in my head it clicked. I said, oh my God, that liquor done caught up to you. See, what you do in the past sometimes comes back in the future to get you. But I'm here to tell you, I'm a living testimony. If you trust in God, you get on your knees at night and you pray, He can deliver you from anything. I've been through it all, and nobody knew about it. Everybody asked me, hey, T, you good? Anybody? Well, that was rent, not much. But if you did, I always shake my head. Yeah, man, I'm good. How you doing, though? That was my answer back. And people would run off what was wrong with them. But I didn't have people to check on me. Now, I'm going to stop this. Now, I did have family members to check on me. My Aunt Nadine and my dad would check on me. And I had some more family members, but I wasn't ready to confess to them what I was going through, what I've been through, because when you're going through mental problems, it's hard to trust people. When you have mental issues, you feel like everybody is against you or everybody don't want to see you win. It's it's a lot of things creeping your mind about people that I can't explain. If you going through it, if you've been through it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I struggled with this. I lost a friend to this. And I feel like if y'all gonna visit me on this One Nation Podcast 864, if y'all gonna support me in the brand and you understand why I'm so serious about the message from my brand that we all need to come together and make everything happen, it's not just to change the world, but we can come together and also change everybody's mental. You don't know how much it is to get something off your chest that you've been holding for so long. But the key is you have to let go and trust. No, I'm not telling you trust in this person, but you trust in God. You put your trust in God that He can bring you up out of it and He can open you up to you're not afraid to share anything. And that's what He's done to me. Over the last 2 weeks, it's kicked back in, and it was triggered from some issues I was going through. The family member I asked you to pray for, and it just brought back all bad vibes. And I haven't been the same. I spoke to a friend today, and they put me in the right track. I needed to talk to somebody. I know y'all wonder, like, dang T, I ain't know you was going through that. Well, I apologize. You ain't gotta apologize to me. I'm not looking for a handout. I'm not looking for nobody to come to me now and say, man, I'm sorry, I didn't know you was going through that. Boom. It's good. I'm not looking for you to sit up there and send me a text message or you to sit up there and call me and say, man, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were going through that. It's good because, bro, I made it out of it. I was looking for the trust in you, and the whole time I should have been looking for my trust in God. I got my faith back, put my trust in God, and He delivered me up out of this situation. Now, it's going to be times where I get depressed again. My mom's still gone. She's not coming back. She's living through these kids that I have. If y'all know the story, Jalen was born on the day that she was born, February 21st, and Sydney was born on the day that we buried her, December the 7th. That little one, that baby, she in a class of her own. But trust me, that child look at me like I'm the best thing on earth, and that's remarkable. You know, Sade was talking the other day, and we joke all the time about who do I love more. I said, yo, check this out, I love you. I don't always love you. But these kids in my world now, they look at me different than the way you look at me. But what I want to tell y'all, man, there's somebody out there that's going through the same thing I'm going through or have went through the same thing I went through. Check on your friends that say they okay. Because sometimes we're not, man. I could have easily took my life. I could have easily sat up here, just fell into a deep depression, fell into like a mental asylum. I could have easily started using something other than alcohol to escape my pain, which I thought I was escaping my pain, but I was really harming myself most. I could have easily did that, but I didn't. Hey, Spartanburg still, boy. I love y'all boys more than you know, man. Y'all brought it out of me. I mean it. I went to work. I can't even say I went to work, bro. I went to work to see y'all boys. Because y'all always had a story. Y'all always had something to tell me. Y'all and Tori, you always deliver. You and Randolph always delivered the best advice, bro. And I'm just letting y'all know right now, I appreciate you guys. I love you boys from the heart. And that's real. But it's somebody out there that needs that love too, man. So I pray to God that y'all look at this message. I pray to God y'all look at this podcast. This more not of a podcast. This is a message. You know, and I thank Sade for, you know, doing what she did. And it's been rough, okay? To all my Cabelco crew, y'all didn't even know. Y'all didn't even know I was going through it. To my friends that kind of done backed off, I'll say your name, Dub, Juice. Y'all didn't even know, bro. Y'all didn't even know the half, dude. Y'all didn't know. But I'm not mad at y'all. We may not be as tight as we used to be, but I still love y'all. To my Cabelco crew, and I'm going to shout y'all out right now. I'm going to go fellas, then I'm going to go women, okay? Go Amp, John, Bird, Josh, Brian, Rico. Then I'm going to shoot my boy Yusel. I'm going to shoot down to Mika, Kirsten, Jill, and Jessica. Y'all just didn't know, man. But I give y'all a shout out too because y'all kept something going all the time. And it was hard for me to fall back into it as deep, but I went through it. I love all y'all. To my homegirls out there, I'm going to just say to all y'all, much love. But if you know somebody that's going through it, check on them. Like I say, I'm not looking for y'all to text me. I'm not looking for y'all to say y'all sorry. I'm not looking for y'all to feel sorry for me. I'm telling you what you can go through and God can bring you out of it. But by all means, if you're not capable of going through it by yourself, reach out. Or if somebody tries to reach out, don't back them away. Accept them in, okay? But last but not least, I cannot do this podcast. I cannot sit up here and not shout out my new work crew. I'm not even going to put y'all in a category. I'm going to just say this. Working at ESS has opened up my eyes to a lot of things. And I love you guys, all right? Not looking for y'all to bum rush me after y'all see this. But just know, man, I feel the love from you all, okay? And to the rest of the world, to the kids that may be battling this, to the adults, to the elderly, to the young kids, hey, get on your knees tonight. Put your hands together and talk to the man above. Because we can't do nothing without him. And one for him, I wouldn't be standing here today, man. It's real. I just want to say, man, I hope y'all continue to progress. Be the best you can be. Keep your head up. Keep striving for greatness. And be better than you were the day before. Life is precious. You gotta take it serious. And like I say, reach out to that friend that always says they're all right. Because I'm living with regret with one right now. Look, man, this is Rook. Y'all know me as T. God gave me the strength to get this up off me. Now you know the backstory. Now some of y'all know the way I was, why I backed off from a lot of y'all, because I didn't want to put y'all in that situation. I felt like I could do it on my own, when really I couldn't. There's no hard feelings to none of y'all, man. Everybody that has stopped rocking with me, everybody that, you know, I haven't been in contact with, or we fell out over some petty stuff, Be great. I still love you. And once again, this is the One Nation Podcast 864. I give all grace and all power to God, man. Because without him, I couldn't deliver this testimony to y'all. But just remember one thing before I go. One thing before I go. No, I'm going to give you some things. Love yours. No, forget that. Trust God. Love yours. And no matter where you're at in life, in any situation, keep pushing. If it's something you got to get off your chest, get it off. Because believe it or not, there's somebody out there that can help you. Amen. Each one teach one. Love y'all. This T. Rook. This is One Nation Podcast 864, and I'm signing off. Love you all. Peace.